Hi, sixth graders. So today's actually a really short video because we are only working on page 156 and 157 today. And then you do have practice book page 167, 168 to do. So not very much to do today. We're going to do our 3 problems here together, and then your answer key is in Canvas for your practice book pages. Since we only have 3 pages to do today, I am not going to adjust our practice book pages. I just want to make sure everyone understands how to do it. Okay? Trying to think. Oh, if you did the optional project on the COVID-19 for extra credit, we will be meeting today from 2 to 2:30 on Big Blue Button to present. I also created a Flipgrid if you would like to present that way for me to see it. And I know a couple of you have already sent me some things, but if you have like a YouTube video that goes along with your slideshow, please send me the links so that I can upload that to Big Blue Button and we can watch it when you present. So that's everything that's going on. If you haven't done the Mother's Day Flipgrid, please get on and do that. It could just be a quick sign. It could just be the whiteboard in Flipgrid where you write out Happy Mother's Day or I love my mom. It could be a lot of those different things. I just think it would be just something fun to do for our moms, considering Sunday is Mother's Day. So, all right. I hope you guys have a great day. We'll go ahead and get started with our questions and then we'll be done. Okay, so here we go. We have, this is page 156 in our instruction book. It gives us an example problem. And then here's number 17. It says, in an old story, a man puts 2 grains of rice on the first space of a chessboard. He puts 4 grains on the second space, 8 grains on the third space, and so on. Write and evaluate an expression with exponents to find how many grains of rice the man puts on the 10th space. Okay, so let's go ahead and start by writing this out. I'm going to create like a little chart here. And I'm going to split it in half. Whoops, that's weird. Okay, and so I'm going to put 1 grain of rice. Then it was, nope, I'm sorry, it was 2 grains of rice. Let me delete that. So he starts with 2 grains of rice. And then he puts 4 grains of rice. Oh, nope, I had it right the first time. Sorry, sometimes you have to reread because it's the 1 space on the chessboard is 2 grains of rice. 2 spaces on the chessboard is 4 grains of rice. So sometimes you just have to reread to make sure that you have all the information and that you're getting that correct. Okay, and then it says 8 grains of rice on the third space. So I'm going to put in a 3 here, and then it was 8. And then what would it be for 4? What would it be for 5? What would it be for 6, 7, 8, 9? And then the last thing they want to know is 10. They want to know how many grains of rice would the man put on the 10th space. Okay, so do we see a pattern of what's happening here? So we're starting with 2, and then how do we get 4? We times it by 2, right? And so that gives us the second one. And then how do we get from 4 to 8? Well, we times 4 by 2, which then equals 8. So right now, to get to 8, we have 1, 2, 3 2s. And look, that is in space 3. So let's just try this out. Let's say we want to find out what goes here. Well, then we would take 8 times 2 which then equals 16, right? So let me write that in here, 16. So if we have 1, 2, 2 2s, 3 2s, 4 2s, that means 4 2s should equal 16, right? So that would be 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. That should all equal 16. Does it? Does it equal 16? Well, 2 times 2 equals 4. And 2 times 2 equals 4. And then 4 times 4 equals 16. So by the pattern that we've been doing here, then this represents that exponent, and that represents how many 2's. So if we're trying to find out the 10th one, that means that our answer then would be 2 to the 10th power, which then equals what? What would it equal? Well, 16 times 2, that's 32, so that would be the next one. Then what would 32 times 2 be? And what would that number times 2 be? And then that number times 2 be? So then what we're really doing here is we're doing 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, 10 times. And what does that all equal? And that's what we need to know. So I'm actually going to type this out here for our answer. So that would be 2 times, I'm not going to put spaces, I'm going to run out of space. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So I'm going to let you guys multiply that out. So all of those 2's, what does it equal? It does not mean 2 times 10. Because as you can see, every time we did 2 times 2, we got a different number, times 2, times 2, times 2. And already, even at 5, 2 to the exponent of 5, we have 32, which is more than 20, and that's what 2 times 10 would be. So that's not what we're looking for here. So if you were to multiply all that out, you should get 1,024. And then that's our answer for number 17. Okay? All right, number 18. Moira does 1/2 of a homework assignment on Monday. On Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, she does 1/2 of the homework she has left over from the day before. Write and evaluate an expression using exponents to find the fraction of the original assignment Moira does on Thursday. Okay, so on the first day, she does a half. So let me write that out. So that was on Monday. She does 1/2. Then on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, she does the other half that's left. Let's see, she does 1/2 of the homework she has left over from the day before. Write and evaluate an expression using exponents to find the fraction of the original assignment Moira does. Okay, well, how many days total do we have here? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 days. And we have a half of assignment, okay? Because half of it is done on Monday, but then the other half is done over the 3 days. So, but we have a total of 4 days, so we're actually going to do this as 1/2, and that total, okay, so in parentheses, to the 4th power. because it's over a total of 4 days. Okay? So then if we multiply that out, we're going to do that down here. So we're going to do 1/2. Whoops. There we go. 1/2 times 1/2 times 1/2 times 1/2. Okay, so 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 is 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 2 is 4. So 4 times 4 is 16. Yep. And then 1 times 1 times 1 times 1 is going to be 1. So she's actually going to do 1/16 of her original assignment on the other days, on Thursday, because it says right here, write and evaluate an expression using exponents to find the fraction of the original assignment. Moira does on Thursday. So for Thursday, she's going to do 1/16. And then so that's going to be from our expression of 1/2 to the 4th power. And there we go. So she did 1/16 of her assignment on Thursday. Okay, next problem, number 19. We're going to evaluate this problem here. And so I want to remind you that we are doing, I'm going to put it right here, PEMDAS, P-E, whoops, that's a weird E, M-D-A-S. PEMDAS. P stands for parentheses, E stands for exponents, M is multiplication, D is division, A is addition, and S is for subtract. Okay, so first we're going to do what's inside these lovely parentheses first. So I'm going to highlight that right there. So 6 plus 2. What's 6 plus 2? 6 plus 2 is 8. And then we're going to take that answer and we are going to times it 3 times. So 8 times 8 times 8. Not 8 times 3, but 8 times 8 times 8. So 8 times 8 is 64, right? So then that means it would be 64 times 8, which is 8 times 4 is 32. I'm going to carry my 3. And then 8 times 6 is 48, plus 3 is 51, I believe. We'll see if I'm right. 48, 49, 50, 51. Yeah. Okay. Then I'm going to take that and I'm going to minus 12 because that's the next thing. Oh, wait. Or do I divide? Can I divide yet? Because then if I divide before I minus the 12, I think I have to do everything that's on top of this first. I need to do that first. So then I'm going to do 512 minus 12, which equals 500. And now I can divide that by 5 because that's going to be a way more even, right? Now that's an easy division because if I know that 5 divided by 5 is 1, and then I have these 2 zeros extra, that means my answer is going to be 100. So C is my answer. So I think that's an important lesson right here is even when we have division and though division comes before subtraction, we do have to subtract what's on top before I can divide, because otherwise that's going to be weird, because like how would you do 512 minus 12 divide by 5? And that would have come out off. So C is the correct answer. Okay, so Jerry chose A as the correct answer. How did he get that answer? What did Jerry do? If he got 2 over 5. He got 2 over 5. What do you think he did wrong? He probably didn't follow order of operations, right? Because usually when mistakes happen, it's because order of operations were not followed. So let's go ahead and put that. So let's do my text box here. And let's say that Jerry did not follow order of operations. I'm trying to think, maybe what did he do to get 2/5? Let's see. Maybe he didn't do what's in parentheses first. Maybe he did the exponents first. So 2 times 2 times 2. What is that? 2 times 2 times 2. So that's 2 times 2 is 4, and 4 times 2 is 8. And then maybe he did 8 minus 12, which is 4. And then 6 plus 4 is 10. So 10/5, but then that would equal just 2. That's still wrong, right? Let's see, maybe he did 8 plus 6, which is 14, and then 14 minus 12, that's what he did. Yep. So Jerry did exponents before the parentheses. So he did the 2, 3, he did 2 cubed, and then he added that to 6, and then he subtracted 12. So that's how he got 2/5. Gotta follow our order of operations, you guys. That's why we know PEMDAS, okay? Follow our order of operations. So that is it. That's all of our questions for today. Nice, right? 3 questions. So you just have page 167, 168 in your practice book, and you are done for the day. There is an Operation Ouch video for science. I love those doctors. I think they're so funny, and they make learning science a little bit more fun, right? So there's that videos in there for you. We have the flip grid for Mother's Day and ST Math, of course. If you haven't finished your milestone or your mastery check for REACH, you need to do that by tomorrow, please. By today. All right, you guys, have a great weekend. I can't wait to see you next Tuesday. Bye.